Welcome to week 1 of 23seven. 23seven is the framework that we are going to be using here at the House of ULA to help brand partners get started clearly, confidently, and without overwhelm. Well, let's just say we're going to help minimize the overwhelm. The name, it's intentional. 23 minutes of focused weekly training, 7 clear actions to complete each week. This isn't about doing more, it's about doing the right things in a better order with support. So everything that is inside of 23seven is designed to help you understand the USANA system, keep you commission qualified consistently, and build confidence through action, never through pressure as you build your business. No, you don't need to know everything today. You don't even need to know everything by the end of the month. What you just need to know is where you are and what comes next. And guess what? You are here, and I'm going to help you with all the things that come next. So we're all together in the right place. Now, this is the same framework that we will be duplicating with every new brand partner moving forward as they come into the house. We're going to be starting off week 1 with Pacesetter. Pacesetter, before I go into details, I want you to think of a container. Okay, so think about a container because the things that go inside of the container, that container is going to hold, right? Well, that's what Pacesetter is. Pacesetter is going to hold the milestones that we're going to talk about because Pacesetter is not a promotion that you are going to chase. When we say built differently, Pacesetter actually helps us to build differently. It is a 13-week roadmap designed to help you build a strong foundation the right way. Think of Pacesetter like laying bricks, not stacking fast, but stacking well. Each action is going to build on the last so that you create something that actually lasts. And so you're going to hear me say this over and over because it's so true. Pacesetter, it's simple, it's achievable, and it is duplicatable. This, my friend, right here, if anything you can learn in the next 90 days is going to be Pacesetter. So let's start with the video, and then I'll join you guys right back here.
Building momentum in your USANA business starts with the right strategy, and the Pacesetter program is a key part of that. In this video, you'll learn how the program works, the benefits it offers, and the steps to qualify. The Pacesetter program is designed to help you launch your business successfully, with the potential for additional income as you grow, rewarding you for your consistent effort. Here are the benefits of Pacesetter. Once you achieve Pacesetter status, you are eligible to earn the matching bonus. This is an additional way to earn income from the efforts of your sponsored brand partners. You will receive a bonus equal to 10% of their base commission, up to the amount of your own base earnings. To unlock the matching bonus for each sponsored brand partner, they must also reach Pacesetter within their first 13 weeks, just like you did. Steps to qualify for Pacesetter status. You'll have 13 weeks to complete the following requirements. Sponsor 4 new people, at least 2 of which are brand partners who activate 1 or more business centers during the 13-week timeframe. Then, generate a minimum of 1,600 sales points from either new brand partners or new preferred customers. And retain your 2 new brand partners by ensuring they remain commission qualified for 8 consecutive weeks. This requirement can extend beyond the 13-week period. How to calculate your matching bonus. Let's say you just sponsored Maria, and her base commission for the week was 150 commission points. Since you both have Pacesetter, you'll earn a 10% matching bonus. That's an extra 15 commission points for you. Now imagine multiple brand partners qualified and earning commissions. You will start stacking up bonuses quickly. The Pacesetter program offers you an extra earning opportunity on top of USANA's compensation plan, all while helping your team grow and succeed.
So that video, well, it is always available to you. You can find it in your back office. On that video screen, if you saw 2 QR codes, you can go back. One is for the Pacesetter overview, and the other one will take you to the FAQs. And so you don't need to memorize any of it. I just wanted to put it there for reference. Today, we're just really going to bring awareness to Pacesetter and milestones. So let's get started, and let's kind of break down milestones because these are the building bricks or the stepping stones inside of your first 13 weeks. Each milestone is going to represent progress, not perfection. This milestones is this strategy. It's how can I say this? It is designed for reward the action that you do. So it's going to reward your actions. It's going to create more momentum. Creating momentum, that is a great thing. And then it's going to help you as a brand partner start to build with confidence very early on in your journey. Milestones, they are not stacked all at once, they happen in specific time windows. And this matters. And we're going to break down what those time windows look like. What I want you to remember as we go through these slides over the next maybe I think we have like 15 more minutes together. Um, I want you to remember this that the ultimate goal is steady growth, not rushing. I know that's a little hard because some of us may be like, no, we need to rush and get that. No, we don't need to because you'll see. But let's walk through each milestone actually, what that kind of looks like in real life. And in real life, if you go in your hub, you're actually going to be able to see this pace setter widget. This is your milestone progress. It has your dates as well as your qualification windows and a report. Now, you don't need to calculate any numbers because it will be all done for you. The widget is going to become your best friend over the next 13 weeks because it is going to show you which milestone you're in, how many points you've accumulated, and the deadline for each of these milestones. And I'm going to give you guys a leadership tip. Now, this is a very good habit for you to build as you start learning your back office. If you have a question, I'm going to encourage you to go to your hub, go to your back office first, because you may be able to find it. There is so much information, and maybe you may not because the fact that there's so much information. But if we make this a habit, this is how leadership is, right? Leadership starts with knowing where the information lives. It's not knowing what and studying it and making sure we understand all of it. No, it's knowing where the resources and where the information lives. So we're going to continue to teach you all those things over the next couple weeks. For now, let's just have awareness with pace setter, with milestones, and let's get started. So milestone 1, this is about momentum, not mastering it. It exists to help you start. I want you to think about that. Milestone 1 is it's there to help you start. Sometimes starting is the most difficult thing to do. But in your first 4 weeks, milestone 1 is achieved by generating 250 sales points from people you personally enroll. Brand partners, preferred customers, or affiliates, or a mixture of them. The way most people can achieve milestone 1 is by starting with their own product experience and then sharing from that place, not from being the expert, not from studying all the ingredients. Those things are great as well. But milestone 1 really is built through this simple one-to-one conversation that you may have in the DMs or you may have in person. What you're not trying to do is you're not trying to convince anyone. You're simply sharing what you're using, what you're noticing, and inviting others to get started if it resonates with them. Now, when you focus on product experience and helping people take their first step, milestone 1 becomes achievable without the pressure. So let me give you some FAQs for milestone 1. This must be earned within your first 4 weeks after enrollment. There's no grace period on this one. The grace is this that if you don't hit it, you're not going to lose the momentum. You're just simply going to move forward because missing milestone 1 does not disqualify you from milestone 2, 3, or qualifying for pace setter. Milestone 1 teaches you how to begin. And beginning is a leadership skill we all need to embrace. Milestone 2. This is where we're going to talk about the consistency. See, in your second 4-week period, milestone 2 is activated and achieved by generating 500 sales during this time frame from 4 personally enrolled people. Now, with the 4, 2 of them must be brand partners, as it was mentioned in the video. The other 2 can be a brand partner, a preferred customer, or affiliate. Now, this milestone is definitely not about speed. It is about how to support people over time. Some of the FAQs for milestone bonus number 2 is that you do not have to complete milestone 1 to earn milestone 2. As I mentioned, that each milestone has its own time window. Even in your first 4 weeks, maybe you felt a little slow, right? Maybe you're like, I don't really know what I'm doing, and you didn't earn milestone one. That's fine because you are still fully in the game on your way to milestone two. Now, here's something that I want to maybe just help bring forward, okay, is when you start building your business, and if you've already are 4 weeks in, I want you to be able to speak this to the people that you invite and you bring into USANA, that if they start early, it's actually benefiting them because all of that is going to carry through the next set of weeks, right? Week 5 through 8, which will then carry through weeks up to week 13 to help qualify for Paysetter. Here's a great example that I can give you is if you enroll, say you enrolled as a brand partner today, and tomorrow you enroll a customer, and the next day you enroll another customer. Well, when you're walking into milestone two, we are now in week 5, which means the reoccurring subscribe and save auto order will be running for that customer, right? Because it's every 4 weeks. Well, those auto orders is going to help you with counting towards generating that 500 sales and volume points. This is why I have said a few times already that milestone two, it's less about enrolling new people and it's more about supporting the people that you already have. This is beautiful because this is allowing us to walk in the beginning of leadership. Like our leadership is beginning to start to take shape and mold. And so I get excited about it because that's just helping you get to milestone 3. And it is possible also for you milestone 3 to actually be achieved in the milestone 2 um time frame. We're not going to break that down right now, but I just wanted to give you a little nugget that yes, milestone 3 can be achieved before the end of 13 weeks within milestone 2, week 5 through 8. Yes, yes, yes. Um, so let's get ready for the next slide because milestone 2, it teaches you how to support, not chase, right? So milestone 1 teaches you how to begin. Milestone 2 is going to teach you how to support. And any leader who knows how to support, well, they create sustainable growth and they create and build community. So milestone 3, well, what's great about milestone 3 is that this is kind of where we're going to go. Structure is going to turn into sustainability. This milestone is earned when your 13-week qualification window within it, right? And when you achieve it, you are earning an additional 150 CVP commission of points, which translates into $150 in commission. So when you look at milestones 1, 2, and 3, together, that's a total of 300 commission points or $300 in milestone bonus that you've earned simply by building your business in a better way. What matters most, yes, the bonus is a big deal. I get it. That's $300, but it's how the milestone 3 was earned. Milestone 3 is not about a single order. It's not about a promo. It's not about finding my husband and my cat and my dog. It's none of those things, right? Absolutely not. What it represents is consistent activity, product movement, and early duplication. These are the little elements that actually give big success. So that's why this milestone, um, it's earned through over a 13-week window. The system is designed to reward consistency, not urgency. And milestone 3 cannot be achieved in your first 4 weeks, and that's intentional. This milestone, it gives you time to build a foundation. Remember the bricks, the layer? Well, it's like you build your foundation, right? Now you enroll people thoroughly, thoughtfully, and you're going to support them properly. And we're going to let the systems do their job. So if your first month felt slow, that does not put you behind, okay? It simply means that you are still in process. And milestone 3 is where the leadership begins to compound, right? So milestone 2, it started to shape and mold. In milestone 3, the leadership is beginning to compound because by the time someone reaches this milestone, They've learned how to support others, not just enroll them. And as you earn your milestone 3, you are building brand partners because 2 were required, right? In milestone 2. And guess what? They are learning how to earn milestone 1, 2, and 3 for themselves. That, my friend, is a duplication. That is not speed. That is not urgency. This is what going to create this very sustained long-term growth. So milestone 3 is the bridge between the short-term bonuses and the long-term structure. It's the point where your actions are really going to start to create the momentum that can be repeated over and over and over. And so milestone 3, as well as 1 and 2, all matter. So now that you have a better understanding of milestone 1, milestone 2, and milestone 3, let's talk about what happens when you achieve milestone 3. Well, congratulations, it's Pace Setter. So this is what you have unlocked from 1, 2, and 3 is Pace Setter. Pace Setter is the structure that USANA uses to protect sustainable growth for brand partners. It exists so people don't build fast and collapse, but instead they build correctly with a duplication system. So when you reach Pace Setter, you definitely now have demonstrate the ability to enroll, support, and retain, not just sell. And when I mentioned earlier, think of Pacesetter as a container because it holds the consistent sales, it holds the consistent enrollments, and it holds the consistent leadership that we are learning and gaining. So when that foundation is duplicated, businesses don't just spike, they stack. Stack like bricks, laid one layer at a time. As a pace setter, you now unlock additional incentives. Like the video mentioned, you are not eligible for the matching bonus, which is going to reward your leadership over time. And we're not breaking all of that compensation down. That's going to be for next week. But right now, what matters is understanding what this structure actually makes possible. You don't need to master pace setter and understand all of this today, even by the end of this week. All you need to know is that the system tracks the progress for you inside the hub, the widget that I shared with you. Your role right now is not to manage the system. It's really for you to decide, how do you want to show up inside? How do you want to show up? So what we're going to do in a few minutes is we're going to shift gears, because right now we know that the milestones show us what's possible. Pace setter shows us what's available. But the next step really is deciding, what is it that you want and what are you willing to commit to? Because that is where real leadership begins. So we're going to shift gears. We're going to go from information to now ownership and accountability. This part I absolutely love. So everything that we've covered so far, pace setter, milestones, the tracking widget, they're all systems. They're also really good systems. But the system will only work when you decide what you're building for. Now, you may have already completed this. Okay. So we're going to talk about number 1. Know what you want and why. Your why, that's your anchor. It's not hype. But if you did the orientation and you completed it, there was a part where it was talking about your why, purpose, as well as motivation. So if you haven't looked at that section yet, that's okay. What we're going to do right now is we're going to take about a minute. I'm going to ask you 2 questions. And I want you to just write it down. If you got paper, pen, you got a scratch paper, whatever, write it down or type it in your phone. I want you to answer this question. What's motivating you to start your USANA business? What's motivating you to start your USANA business? You don't have to write a paragraph, literally 1 sentence. What's the bigger picture you're working toward? Now, you can also pause this video to answer those 2 questions and come back when you're done. The second thing that we're going to point out is choosing your earning goal. Now, I want you to choose a number that matches your season. I don't want you to say a number, write it down that's impressive, right? Or you think that's what you should want. I get it. I've done it too. But what I want you to really think, like, choose a number that matches your season. What makes the most sense for you in your real life? See, we've got 3 simple lanes here. Cover my products, supplement my income, replace my income. I want you to pick one lane. And then when you see the income range, I want you to pick what that number is going to be and write that down on your paper. The last part of number 2 is I want you to write a date. What month and year do you want this to be true that you're going to achieve this amount? If you can name it, we can build it. And if your goal changes later, that is normal. I encourage your goal to change. I encourage it to go high. I encourage it to go low. And do you want to know why I encourage it? Because we need a starting point so that your actions can match your direction, but we also still live our ULA lives and seasons, or sometimes we're high and sometimes we don't have the time. And that is okay. Now that you know what you want, the next slide is going to help you decide what you are willing to commit to in a way that is sustainable. We're not going to fluff this up because we're going to help you look at things that are practical and honest, because goals without commitments are just ideas. And commitments, guys, they don't need to be extreme. They just need to be real. So here are some activities that actually create progress. I'm going to read them, okay? And I want you to think like, "Ooh, which of these can you commit to?" Weekly business hours, new contacts approached, new brand partners sponsored, new preferred customers enrolled, connection with your mentor or with your team, learning how to share effectively, how to share the opportunity effectively. I don't want you to overcompromise to yourself. Pick what you can actually repeat, because the goal is consistency, it is not intensity. And number 4 is choose your time investment. Now that we can match your time to your goal, this is where a lot of people get frustrated, right? They want a certain result, but they haven't decided what they're realistically investing each week. If you only have a few hours a week, that is not a problem. Build according to those hours. This business can be built in seasons. It really can, but you just have to be honest. Now, I've trained and I've helped many. I've used the system myself. If you need to help with your time management, I encourage you to check out the stoplight schedule at the red, yellow, green, and I'm going to break it down really quick for you. Your red time. Red is your protective family time, family, faith, rest, no business at all. Yellow time is flexible time. This is where you're doing some work, some admin work, messages. You might be doing some late follow ups, watching a training. And then you have green time. Green time is the focus build time. And this is where, those commitments that you set, this is the time that you're going to plug that in. Conversations, follow ups, invites, onboarding, mentoring. This matters because, guys, schedules, they don't stay scheduled. I am a scheduling person and it never goes the way it's scheduled. But what it does, it gives me awareness. It gives me the power where what I'm saying yes to, I am saying yes to. But it's also allowing me to say no. And I want you to know this with all my heart. Sometimes you're going to have to say no in your business so you can actually be fully present in what is mattering at that moment. Red time is commitment to that. It is not a weakness to do it. It's actually a strength, because that is what living our ULA life is. So your goal will give you the direction, right? The commitment is going to give you that traction. After this training, your next step is to complete that worksheet and share it with your mentor. The worksheet, there's going to be a link, and go through the 7 steps. Now we're going to transition this into the week 1 checklist. All right, here we go. This is 23seven, and this is how we are going to be building differently in the House of ULA. 23seven is our simple, repeatable framework for onboarding, leadership development, as well as momentum as we minimize the overwhelm. It starts with your first 7 steps as a brand partner. These are the essentials to get you set up, get you paid correctly, and get you connected. Then it moves into week 1, which you're watching right now. These trainings are going to have 7 steps to focus throughout the rest of the week, help you to build confidence, consistency, as well as clarity around your business. Every Monday, we're going to meet for 23 minutes. We're going to be equipping you with leadership context, with business direction, and 7 things for you to focus on to bring the momentum and to build your business during the week. Not more, just doing what matters. So everything you need to support, it lives right here in one little place. You see this QR code at the bottom corner. That is actually going to take you directly into our boards page that will show you the 7 first steps, as you see on your screen, that's scrolling over there. And then at the bottom of your 7 first steps, it'll lead you right into week 1. There's directional graphics showing you exactly where you got to find what your things in USANA. There's printable PDFs. There is worksheets. There's everything that you need. 23/7 isn't about doing more. It is about building your rhythm with intention and leadership. And as we end, be grateful, have faith, build your USANA business, and live your ULA life. Take care. God bless.